Johnson and Co. Yeah, he did. Day 7. Burnett Johnson was killed. He was our main suspect in the murders 19 years ago. Kate and I get the news and rush to the crime scene. Entrance to Johnson and Co. is already lined up with squad cars when we get there. What do you think, Jay? About why Johnson was killed? Uh-huh. I wonder if we had anything to do with it. Looking into his past like that might have set someone off. We can't rule it out, and if that's true, then Providence must be behind this murder. He might have panicked when it looked like we'd find out his identity, so he killed Johnson to keep him quiet. There should be something at the crime scene that we can give us some answers. Right. I'm sure the cops didn't want us near the crime scene. But I gotta find out what happened there. I mean, find, Martinez. There he is. Martinez! Detective Martinez is here. Detective Martinez. Huh? What are you doing here? This ain't your scene, Weaver. No, I think it is. Man we've been questioning was killed. I'd like some details. When do you question Mr. Johnson? Just yesterday. We got him to admit a connection to the killings 19 years ago. Burnett Johnson was a former detective. He was put on the Charles Smith murder at Grand Park Garage. But his involvement goes deeper than that. What do you mean? He was involved in the Isabella Campbell murder. He was like involved. He was involved, kind of. Burnett Johnson was also involved in the Isabella Campbell murder. He and Isabella were lovers. And Isabella was the prime suspect in the Charles Smith murder. Oh yeah? You know what I'm getting at here? We questioned Johnson yesterday and uncovered his past. He was the closest man to Providence that we had. And then he was killed just before you could find out the truth. Way to blow the case, Weaver. We would have known the FBI questioned this guy. We would have done things a lot differently. Guess we should have informed the police sooner. It's a little late for that now. Listen, our job doesn't stop at investigating the crime. Preventing another one from happening is our top priority. I know, and I agree with you completely. That's why we came down here, even though I knew you'd give us hell. Either way, we want some info on the Burnett Johnson murder. Providence has to be tied to this, and we need all the info we can get to stop him. Yeah, after all the help you've been to the police up until now. Detective Martinez, please, tell us what you know about this homicide. Fine, what do you want to know? Thanks, Martinez, you're a good guy. The murder, tell me, what happened exactly? Give some details on the Burnett Johnson murder. His bullet wounds in his chest. Pistol was found clutched in Johnson's right hand after he was killed, and they're assigned to a return fire. This is another reenactment of the serial killings 19 years ago. Famous businessman like Johnson was killed back then in almost the exact same way. Of course. Its connection to Providence. Is this related to the Providence murders? His calling card was found next to the body. Near the eye of Providence. Crime scene inspection. Can I see the crime scene? Are you also checking out the crime scene? We're done for now. Body was taken in for an autopsy. Do you let us take a look at the scene? Well, I don't see why not. Just make it quick. Oh, good. I'll let you know if we find anything. You better. Yeah, we better. Wait here, Kate. Alright. Are we gonna... is there past to jump to in this? I don't know. Perhaps. It looks like a nice office. I'm in the CEO's office at Johnson & Co. Not much time has passed since the incident, so the smell of blood still lingers. We're gonna try. Ooh, 4. My other site is showing the past. Why was Burnett Johnson killed? I have to know what happened. Interesting. Well, there's a chair knocked over, I see. Pictures. Nothing looks odd over there at a glance. Oh, what's going on here? This baseball thing was moved. I feel something. Yeah, the baseball thing was moved for some reason. They put the ornament back in place. Yeah, do it. Bullet hole in it, right. I mean, it was almost like that. There we go. Ugh. Oh. Well, obviously that was way out of order, but it looks like he was already dead. And then the killer was like, you know, shoot your gun. Let's make a match. Colonel made Burnett hold the gun. Why? I see. This ball also might be linked to the murder. In some way, yeah. There's blood on the desk. Alleged blood stain at the desk. Burnett must have been killed here. This chair was knocked over. Okay, fine, I'll walk closer then. I feel something. Chair! What's wrong with the chair? I think it looked like the past. Oops, I knocked over the chair! Yeah, post being dead. What? Oh. That's why there's blood there. He killed them and then he was like, I'm gonna throw out blood for an unexplained reason. I saw someone. Was that the criminal? What happened? He coughed up blood. He slowed he put his hand over the chair and knocked it over. So this is his blood? There's blood on the floor. Did the suspect cough this up? Huh. I don't see anything else drastically different. Anything back here that's different? There's more blood down there. Oh, this phone was off the hook. It's designed with the receiver in a different color. Burnett Johnson used this phone. Yeah, it was off the hook. I feel something. Yeah, it was off the receiver for some reason. Why? I don't know. Can I not, like... I take off the receiver. What's the difference? Oh, he was calling someone, okay. 55550-164. Who you calling? No one's answering the phone, it's just ringing. Never seen this number before. Ooh. Oh, he's on the phone. He set it down. Heard a bump. Oh. Yo, I got a gun. What up? Backed him into the chair. No, I'm not Providence. We had a silencer on that. Now you are Providence. Or... You're killed by Providence. There you go. I don't know what I'm trying to say. There's one more. Where? I don't know. Burnett noticed something as he was on the phone and set up. The criminal came in through the washroom, and then Burnett was killed. The Eye of Providence. So the criminal was Providence. How did you get in through the bathroom? Did you... It's the washroom. It's bigger than I thought. Is there like a window or something? No. The water was on. That's wasteful. Why was the water on? Where did this guy come from to begin with? Should be able to turn on the water by turning the tap. I mean, yeah, that's generally how, you know, faucets work. Did he come in through the... Oh. He took some pills or something. He took a drink. Interesting. I'll turn on the tap, and then he swallowed something. Seen all the past visions, reenact everything in order. I should probably get to the truth. What happened here first? Either the water is first, or him coming out of the bathroom is first. Let's try the water. No. Coming out of the bathroom, then. How he got in there when it's closed off, I don't know. There he is. Here's a gun. Hey, what up? He got bipped. And he was dead. Put down the Eye of Providence. Then he made Burnett return fire into the baseball. Even though he was just, you know, murdered before he could actually do that. And then he was going to walk away and he's like, ugh, and he coughed up some blood. And then he went in and was like, oh man, I feel horrible. I gotta take some pills. Feel horrible. Is it gonna show us his face? If so, that's like crazy. Oh, maybe. Yeah, he did. Yeah. Here's the eye. Put it next to his body. Yeah, he did. Didn't see who did it. Killer was coughing up blood in my vision, I'm sure of it. It's like he was sick. If the man I saw was Providence, he must be sick. All done? What do you find in there? The blood stain. What about it? I don't think the blood came from a gunshot wound. It's almost like someone coughed up that blood. And if the killer is sick, the lab results should be huge. Got it. I'll let him know about that in forensics. And tell him to keep an eye out for any blood other than that victims. Thanks. That'll do it for us. Hey! Yeah? You don't look so hot, Weaver. Everything okay? Fine, I'll be in touch. Just, you know, I'm freaked out. I just talked to this guy yesterday, now he's dead. But you find out the Burnett crime scene? I had a vision of the crime, but I couldn't see the killer's face. What do you mean? Was he wearing a mask, or had his back to you or something? Not exactly. His face was blurred in the vision. I couldn't even make out a profile. Weird. That ever happened before? No, and that makes me curious. I could see the killer clearly in all my other visions. And this one in particular was coughing up blood after he killed Johnson. So that's what you were talking about with Detective Martinez. Right. Johnson also yelled out something before he was shot. He said, "No, I'm not Providence." Which means the killer might have thought he was killing Providence. Yeah. So if he wasn't Providence, then who is? It gets more complicated by the minute. Tell me about it. But this seems to be another reenactment of the murders from 19 years ago. Yeah. This will be a reenactment of what happened 19 years ago. And comparing records, it looks like the Burnett murder is nearly identical to the fourth killing back then. Duke Desmond was the fourth to be killed 19 years ago. And Duke fired back at the killer just like Burnett did. But that's not actually what happened. Burnett Johnson didn't fire back. I saw everything in the vision. Killer put a pistol in Johnson's hand and fired it after Johnson was already dead. Really? But the victim's bullets didn't hit the killer in either case. You got anything else, Kate? Anyone inside the Duke Desmond that we could question? His assistant, a man named Edgar McDowell, might be able to give us some details. I'll run a check on his current whereabouts. Great. And we can't forget about Basslock, last thing Johnson said to us. Yeah, that's true. I'll check the database. I'll do some tapping on the computer. It says here that there was a robbery called Basslock. A large amount of cash was stolen on September 22nd, 1976. There was an armored car attacked in Clockford. It was carrying $1 million from Basslock Jewelry on 12th Street. It was just 24 years ago, so that was a lot of money. It was a lot of money back then. That's all I can find in the database. Pretty strange, isn't it? It's like the investigation just stopped partway through. The records just vanish. When Johnson told us about Basslock, it was after we suspected him of being Providence. We better look a lot deeper into this Basslock thing. Then there's that picture we found at the Isabella crime scene. I bet the 4 people in that picture are connected to Basslock somehow. Maybe. Let's keep digging. Picture of 4 people. This picture's pretty old. It's hard to tell what's what. Look at this thing. But Isabella treasured it enough to keep it in a safe. So it has to be a valuable piece of the puzzle. Right. There has to be a secret tied in with this picture. We'll have to find out when it was taken and just who's in it. What do you want to do first? Let's check in the Basslock. After that, we'll ask around to find out who's in the picture. Too bad we can't even make out a face as it is now. Looks like a job for Marine. Yeah, that's true. Great idea. After that, we're gonna check out the Desmond real estate. Yeah, the building's probably still there. Let's go take a look. You can go to Desmond Real Estate Building now. Alright, cool. Need more time. Let's move, Kate. Aren't we gonna update the boss on our investigation first? You know he'll yell at us later if we don't. Alright. Go talk to Henry before we leave. Henry, how you doing? Morning, boss. Are you okay, sir? Just a little throat problem, nothing serious. But you don't look well. Maybe we should get you to the hospital. I'm fine. Stop thinking about hospitals and start thinking about finding Providence. That's the medicine I need, if you know what I'm saying. Yes, sir. Sorry I said that, it's just... Did you hear me asking for apologies? No, let me hear about the investigation. Well, the closest match we had to Providence ended up dead. I'm not that out of it, Weaver. You got a suspect for the Burnett murder? Not yet. Police are looking into it. What are you two planning on to do about it? I'm gonna check into the Basslock incident. Basslock? Name's vaguely familiar. What's so special about this Basslock? Burnett Johnson mentioned it before he died. Told us to check into it. What for? It's a robbery that took place 24 years ago. Or 34 years ago, sorry. And Providence might be connected. At least, that's what we're thinking. What else? We don't look into any possible connections the four victims had to each other. That could give us a motive for Providence. A motive? Jay, this guy was a nutjob killer, psychopath who got his jollies with slaughtering innocent people. Even so, I think it's worth checking out every angle. He always told us that's the only way we'll get our killer. And thanks to that advice, we uncover some new evidence at the Isabella's crime scene. Yeah, what was it? The picture Isabella was hiding. We took it to forensics for analysis. Sounds like this investigation is moving along fairly well. But don't get lazy. You're at a crucial stage of the case here, and keep me informed. Got it. Alright. I guess we'll go see Maureen first of all. Maureen, help me. I need forensics. I didn't say that right, but who cares? Maureen, we've got something for you to analyze. What is it? Oh, I'm busy with the murders that are happening. Sorry, I can't. Four people found in a safe in Isabella's home. The image is damaged with severe fading and discoloration. I mean, I can see people, but I don't know what they look like. Need to run a check on this picture. Give the photo to Maureen. Wow, this thing is old and pretty faded in places. It was found at the crime scene of the Isabella Campbell murder from 19 years back. You got new evidence? Yeah, for the original Providence murders. Picture in this condition isn't easy to analyze. It's gonna take a lot of time and make some hair gray. The typical forensic expert anyway. But I imagine someone like you could do wonders with it. You always know just what to say, don't you? Fine, I'll get on it right away. And you probably want a restored copy to use for questioning, right? That would be great. Okay then. Switch gears a little. I'm wondering if you'd answer some questions about the Burnett Johnson murder. Of course. You're okay. It's easy. Like, hey, you got questions? I got answers. Thanks, Maureen. You're very helpful. Alright. When we come back next time, I guess we'll start looking into Basslock for now, and then I guess we'll go to the crime scene? Or try? Was the crime scene at the Desmond Real Estate building? Is that? I'm not sure. I think so, though. So we'll go have a look at that, see if we can get in, investigate it, or whatever. Look into Basslock, and whenever Maureen gets back to us on this picture, we'll talk to people with that picture too, probably. So, until next time.